everybody, Gina DeLuca here. Today we're going to do some product testing. I ran out of pouring medium and went online and was trying to figure out which pouring mediums I was going to get, what I was going to try new, and I saw this. And so, me being the person that I am, I buy a gallon of it. So let's pray that I like it. I will be very sad otherwise. But so far, I do like what I'm seeing. It has a very nice consistency. So I've put it in just one of these squeeze bottles, just to make it easier, because this is a big old bottle. And what I'll do when I'm finished painting today, I will take this cap off and put some saran wrap there and clean this out, put saran wrap and close it back up. That way I don't get any dried schmutz in my stem, and it keeps it airtight, because if you squeeze this hard enough, air will come out. But for application purposes, it's groovy. Okay, so the instructions on this thing say 100% acrylic medium for pouring acrylic colors with reduced crazing. The directions: a good starting point is 10 mixing parts color pouring medium gloss to 1 part golden fluid acrylic color. Adding more paint or pouring greater than 1/16 of an inch or 2 millimeters thick increases risk of crazing. Blends well with other acrylic gels, mediums, or colors. Do not use as a varnish. Apply above 49 degrees Fahrenheit or 9 degrees Celsius. Always test for your application. Clean up with soap and water. All right, that's the rundown on the side of the bottle. So I'm using basics. These are kind of my go-to colors for testing new mediums. Quinacridone Magenta, Pthalo Blue, and Cadmium Yellow Light Hue. I pretty much use these colors whenever I'm trying new pouring mediums, so I can see how they react. You know, some pouring mediums have a tendency to sell on their own, like Floetrol will do that. Some actually prohibit it a bit. And so what pouring medium you're going to want to use depends on what technique you're going to use. If you don't want cells because you're doing a ring pour, then Floetrol might not be where you want to go unless you mix it super thick so that it doesn't accidentally sell on you. The consistency that I'm going for here, it forms a slight mound and then it disappears. So it's a little on the thicker side. And you always want to test before you pour, because as it sits, it can thicken up. Especially professional pouring mediums. Floetrol will actually give you a lot more work time. And sometimes I'll add like Liquitex or Deco Art pouring medium if I want a piece to dry quicker, because I'm afraid it's going to slide around on me. So that's the color of the pouring medium. It's just a very white color. It does have a bit of an odor. It's not too obnoxious though. And I have here Artist Loft Flow Acrylic in white. This Flow Acrylic has been mixed. It's probably about 1-to-1, 1 part pouring medium to 1 part paint. These are a little thicker bodied and This is probably, I really don't measure. I kind of eyeball it. And so I added paint and I added pouring medium until I had the consistency that I wanted. So my phone cut off while filming. I will bring you another painting in a moment, but I just wanted to show you what happened. There's something funky with the white I was using. You can see little flecks, little pieces, schmutz, and that is not desirable. So I'm going to mix up some Liquitex Basics in the titanium white, and we'll do another video. I'll basically do the same thing, but with a better white. Stay tuned. All right, let's try this again, shall we? I have mixed up some Liquitex Basics. It's far less bubbly, but there are still a lot of bubbles happening in the other paints, which is really unusual for me. The way that I mix doesn't usually create a lot of bubbles. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of white in the cup. I'm trying to remember the colors I did last time. I think it was yellow, then magenta. White. Blue. Yellow. Do a touch of white. And then magenta and blue. Base coat. Just a bit of a base coat. So this has something to slide around on. All right, I'm gonna pop any bubbles that I can in the base coat. All right, let's try this again. All right, that's basically the exact same pattern that I did with the last painting, but it already looks a lot different. And I'm so sorry that you can't see that other part of the video. The blending is a lot better on this one with the Liquitex. Oh, let me pop these bubbles. More bubbles. There are so many bubbles. I have never had this many bubbles. I'm not really sure why that's happening. The only thing I can think of is maybe there's still bubbles left in it from shipping. Well, that's definitely a lot better with this white. For sure. I'm going to clean up and I'll bring you in for a close-up of both pieces. Okay guys, here are both pieces dry. There's been no cracking on either one. I definitely like the one that has the Liquitex white in it better. The finish is lovely. Besides the bubble spots, I tried so hard to get all these bubbles out, but there are still some there. But I mean, the finish on this thing is fantastic. It will not take much varnish to get this to a very, very smooth gloss. And what I really like is that it doesn't feel as sticky as like Liquitex pouring medium is. If I were to do this with Liquitex in about 5 seconds, you wouldn't be able to get it off. You can hear it's not very sticky. I mean, these are 2 fresh paintings, neither cured. I would not dare do that with Liquitex or Deco Art. Pouring mediums, they tend to stay stickier. And this has a very smooth, almost leathery kind of finish, but not tacky, which is interesting. So I'm definitely going to have to play around with this, pouring medium some more, maybe mix it with Floetrol and see what kind of result I get. I know if I do that, I won't be getting this finish, but I also won't be blowing through a boatload of expensive pouring medium. But I think that it, you know, I can use this. This would help with preventing cells in ring pours or any other kind of pour where a cell is not your desired result. So more testing to come. As always, thank you for watching. Please like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. Do check out the description box below for links to my PayPal tip jar if you feel so inclined, if you found my videos helpful and would like to help me stay stocked up in supplies to bring you all kinds of groovy experiments. My Amazon store, anything that you purchase when you enter through that link in the description box, I make a small commission of at no additional cost to you. That also helps support this channel and support my paint habit. My website, ginadeluca.net. You can purchase paintings and my music there. And please join our group, Go Make Some Art, on Facebook. We would love to have you there. Post your masterpieces. Get some inspiration, ask some questions should you have any, should you find yourself in a painting pickle. There's always somebody there who will answer your questions. And oh yes, I wanted to show you those specs. They just look so bad. It has to be just a bad bottle of Artist Loft. Gotta be. Okay. I believe I covered my whole spiel. So, that's it for me, you guys. I hope you all have a beautiful day. Now go make some art.